Hello everyone, welcome to Esther Insight, a space where knowledge meets clarity. Today we will be discussing socialism. What is socialism? Socialism is a political and economic ideology that aims to end economic inequality by promoting social ownership of resources and creating a just and equal society. Historical background: it emerged in the 19th century as a response to the inequality and exploitation created by the Industrial Revolution, where wealth and industries were controlled by a few rich owners while workers faced low wages and poor conditions. Main idea: wealth and resources should be owned and controlled by society as a whole, not by a few individuals. Let's talk about central argument of socialism. According to socialists, private ownership creates class inequality. Society becomes divided into bourgeoisie, rich factory owner, proletariat, poor working class. The rich exploit the poor, and true justice means equality in income and status. So, socialism supports social ownership, economic equality, and end of exploitation. Early socialists or utopian socialists. In the early 19th century, some thinkers suggested ideas for a better and moral equal society. They were unhappy with capitalism and wanted to remove poverty and exploitation. Important thinkers: Robert Owen, Saint Simon, Charles Fourier, and Proudhon. They believed in cooperation and equality and thought socialism could be achieved through peaceful and moral reforms. But later, Marx and Engels called them utopian socialists because their ideas were ideal and moral. They did not clearly explain how to bring real change. They lacked scientific analysis of society and class struggle. We must always remember Robert Owen first used the word socialist in 1827. Let's talk about classification of socialism. Socialism later developed into two main types. One, revolutionary socialism, and number two is evolutionary socialism. Revolutionary socialism developed in mid-19th century, led by Marx and Engels, also called Marxism or scientific socialism. Belief in violent revolution, focused mainly on the working class, wanted complete social change at once. They believed capitalism must be destroyed through revolution. Evolutionary socialism developed around the 1880s, belief in gradual and peaceful change, also called democratic socialism, supported reforms step by step, wanted cooperation between working class and middle class. They believed Socialism can be achieved through democracy and election. Types of evolutionary socialism: Fabianism, German social democracy, revisionism, guild socialism, and syndicalism. Now, let's understand each in simple words. Fabian socialism started in England in 1884. Believed in slow and gradual reform, supported change through laws and education, did not support revolution, wanted support from middle class also. Key ideas: change slowly but steadily. Important thinkers of Fabianism: G.B. Stowe, Sidney Webb, Beatrice Webb. Point to be noted: Nehru was influenced by the British Fabian thinkers like Sidney Webb and George Bernard Shaw. He believed in gradual and peaceful reforms, democratic method, not violent revolution, state planning and public sector industries, welfare policies to reduce inequality. That is why India adopted democratic socialism and a planned economic system after independence. Number two, German social democracy, developed by Ferdinand Lassalle, accepted Marx's idea of economic inequality, rejected violent revolution, believed workers should form political parties, supported peaceful and constitutional method. Key ideas: use election and political parties to bring socialism. Number three, revisionism, led by Eduard Bernstein, popular in Germany, rejected Marx's prediction of violent revolution. State capitalism is not collapsing as Marx predicted. Supported parliamentary democracy, believed socialism is a movement, not a final goal. Key ideas: reform capitalism instead of destroying it. Number four, syndicalism. Syndicate means labor union in French word. Focus on trade union, believe strong labor unions can fight capitalism, did not trust political parties, wanted socialization without the state. Key idea: workers' unions should control industries. Number five, guild socialism, developed in England 20th century, led by G.G.H. Cole, wanted industry controlled by workers, also cared about consumers, opposed the wage system, did not support violent revolution. Key idea: workers should manage industry democratically. Conclusion: in conclusion, socialism focuses on fairness, equality, and reducing economic inequality in society. It aims to protect workers and ensure that wealth and opportunities are distributed more equally among all people. Even in today's era, socialist ideas are visible in welfare schemes, free education, public health care, minimum wage laws, and government policies that try to reduce the gap between the rich and poor. Important thinkers: Number 1. Robert Owen. Key ideas: cooperative communities, better working conditions, peaceful and moral reforms. Famous book: A New View of Society, 1816. Number 2. Karl Marx. Key ideas: class struggle, criticism of capitalism, revolutionary socialism, that is scientific socialism. Famous book: The Communist Manifesto, 1848, That's Capital, 1867. Frederick Engels. Key ideas: supported Marxism, economic interpretation of history, role of working class revolution. Famous book: The Condition of the Working Class in England, 1845. Number 4. Edward Bernstein. Key ideas: evolutionary socialism, parliamentary and peaceful method, rejected violent revolution. Famous book: Evolutionary Socialism, 1898. Number 5. Sidney Webb and Beatrice Webb. Key ideas: Fabian socialism, gradual reforms, democratic socialism. Famous book: The History of Trade Unionism, 1894. Industrial Democracy, 1897. Soviet Communism: A New Civilization, 1935. 6. GDH Call. Key ideas: Guild Socialism, Worker Control of Industry, No Violent Revolution. Famous book: The History of Trade Unionism, 1894. Guild Socialism, 1920. What Marx Really Meant, 1934. Soviet Communism: A New Civilization, 1935. Number 7. Leon Trotsky. Key ideas: criticism of Soviet system, permanent revolution. Famous book: The Revolution Betrayed, 1937. 8. Anthony Crosland. Key ideas: democratic socialism, welfare state, equality through reforms. Famous book: The Future of Socialism, 1956. Fabian Essay in Socialism, 1889. Lastly, number 9. George Fourier. Key ideas: cooperative communities, work based on interest and enjoyment, equality including women's rights, oppose competitive capitalism. Famous book: The New Industrial War, 1829 to 30. Thank you. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.